What advice would you give to someone that is on the other side of a big decision? Maybe they want to move across country, live in their car, to go and start a company, or maybe they want to go and change jobs. What advice would you give to someone considering a big decision?
Yeah, I think Jeff Bezos had the mental model that he shared about the regret minimalization framework, and that one. So the idea behind that is, you know, what will I wish I would have done when I'm 80, and I've also heard somebody say like, yeah, I want the 8-year-old me and the 80-year-old me to both like be really proud of who I am. And for me, that generally mean like, if you're asking that question, oftentimes that means there's something that you want to do, but you're a little bit afraid to do it. And even if it ends up in total failure, I've never regretted trying it out and at least knowing. I mean, yeah, if it's like, don't play Russian roulette because you think it's exciting, but if it's, go try something new, go try it. The other thing that I think people drastically overestimate is how risky things actually are. And I thought about this when we were first starting what was then Lambda School, now BloomTech. Like, worst case scenario, if we would have failed, I could have been back in a very similar job a year later. And like, usually the worst case scenario is you just go right back to where you are now. And it's not anything to be afraid of. So I guess in a similar vein of thinking about the downside risk is usually not that bad. And when I dropped out of college, that was my approach. It's like, well, I'll give it a few months. And like, and my family lost it when I dropped out. They were not very happy about that. I mean, my wife was like a first generation college graduate, and all of her family was very excited. Three of my 4 grandparents are teachers and conservative, and like I think 3 of the 4, my grandpa didn't graduate from college, but both of my grandmas, my other grandpa did, and they were both the first who had the chance to go to college and thought it was the absolute best thing in the world, right? It was an opportunity that their parents didn't have, and none of the past generations had, and so they felt like I was just spitting in the face of this incredible gift that I'd been given by virtue of having my parents, my grandparents get an education. And like, my family was kind of moving into the middle class for the first time in history, and they're like, you're gonna throw that all away? And I was like, look, if I go do this and nothing's happened a year later, I can just go back. Like, it's not a one-way street. I can just, I was already like 21, and I started my college career as a junior because I had so many AP credits. I was like, I only have 2 years of school to do. I already did a semester. So I've got like a year and a half left, and they're like, just finish. It's so close. I was like, no, I feel really compelled to do something right now, and I promise you, if it doesn't work out, I'll be back.